Happy Homebrew Wednesday, it's Lermo22, and today the beer that I'm going to be drinking for the Homebrew Wednesday is my Roadrunner. So this is an offshoot of the Supercharger. I've got Maris Otter 2-row. Hop schedule is about the same, except I changed the bittering hop. What else I got? Caramel and Cara Red. So this thing I just made it. It's less than a month old. I got it carved up. It's really cloudy. I'm hoping it clears up a little bit more because I'm entering it in NHC, I believe. I'm doing 3 entries, and I'm hoping that this is going to be one of them. It's a little bit too cloudy, but smells wonderful. It tastes great. The other entries that I'm thinking about entering is my double IPA. Reason why it's called the LTE, Lermo the Elder. It's got like different hop schedule, of course, but it's very piney, and it's pretty good. And the reason why I'm going to enter it is because I got a bronze on it in a local homebrew competition, and it was the #1 double IPA in it. The one thing is about it, it's a little bit old, it's a little bit dated, but it still smells wonderful. It tastes great, and so I bottled up about 6 bottles of it. I'm going to send 2 just in case I make it through semifinals. And then I also bottled my red. The red was it could be a little bit malty, but it's a really good, easy drinker. All Warrior hops in it, and it's pretty good. And then I have one more that I did, and I can't think of what it is. Is it one of these? Nope. Oh, it's a porter. That's why. So I have a story about the porter. The porter is very good. One of the things that why I'm going to enter it is because it's not even supposed to be on tap right now, because I made a mistake. I made a mistake with Barrage Brewer. We did a porter for our barrel, and I transferred this one into the keg, and I was like, oh, that's pretty dark. I thought it was a pale ale. Okay, it's dark, pale ale, but it was an extract. So I thought it was the extract. I was like, man, that's pretty dark for a damn extract. So I take my my porter, aka, which is actually the pale ale, over to Barrage Brewer's house, and during the Super Bowl we're transferring it in, and I was like, this is wrong. This is wrong. I said, I screwed up. And he goes, what are you talking about? I said, that's the pale ale. And I was like, it's not the porter. Yours was way darker. Mine's a lot lighter. So I screwed up. So it happens. That's pretty much my biggest screw up this year so far. Dang it, it's only February. So it could get worse. Cheers. Wow. It's really good. Not as bitter. It's like my recipe. I've got it in the bitterness. It says it's 49 IBUs. It is like right on the cusp of not being. I kind of would expect it a little bit more. It is, I think, 6.1%. I kind of like the balance to be about 6%. If it's a 6% beer, if it was 4.5%, I'd want it to be right there. So. We'll see how it goes. I made 10 gallons of it. I got plenty of it. So there you go. So I've been brewing a lot. I actually did a brown Warrior. I did a double batch. I actually toned back the hops, so it's not more. It's not over the cusp. It's like right underneath. It's going to finish out. It should finish out right around 5.5%. And IBUs is only going to be about like 448 IBUs, so which is perfect amount for a brown. It's not going to be overly hoppy, which I kind of tend to do. I had a friend that we actually did double batch with it, and he doesn't like hops, so I toned it back for him. So this way I can actually enter this one into a competition as an American brown. So I'm really getting into the competitions lately. Just just to do something different with your beers. So let me get another swig on this. So that was last weekend. The weekend before, I actually did my first lager. So I've got it in my kegerator over here. The kegerator goes up to, the max it goes up to is 46 degrees. So it actually out here, if it's too cold, it actually goes into like a defrost cycle. So it keeps it like right at 40. It's right now it's at 48 degrees. So it was kind of interesting because it took it a while for it to start bubbling, but it started going crazy. I talked to Nate Pico. I talked to him, and we've got a plan on how we're gonna. I gotta do that diacetyl rest. I'm gonna probably wait. I got this week, probably 2 more weeks, and then I'll probably take it out and then bring the temperature up slowly. To about right around 65 degrees. Once it gets 65, let it sit there for 2 days, and then what I'll do is I'll bring it back out here, throw it into the kegerator, bring it down to 36 degrees, and do the lager. And this one is actually for a local competition that we're going to do with my homebrew club. Actually, there's a whole bunch of homebrew clubs that are doing it, so I'm excited about that one. And when I did that one, I actually did a blonde also. So the blonde is inside in the beer room and just fermenting away. I get to transfer that in secondary. I get that thing kegged in here, get it charged up, and get it bottled for my next competition. So I'm having fun. I think I am up to about 7 batches already this year. So what I'm doing is I'm doing a lot of bottling when this thing gets a little full. I've got New Zealand Pale Ale, which originally I tried for an IPA, but my efficiency stunk. Well, actually, it was my grain mill that stunk, and it came out 5.7. But it tastes fantastic. So I think I got it hopped up like it should be an IPA. But New Zealand hops are so mellow. They're not like in your face bitter. So that's the best thing about that beer. And everyone's like, I'm drinking that one. Actually, out of all the ones, the stout is, well, I got the Larrigan on tap, and that's pretty good. It's an old ale. And I'm going to probably, Ian Carroll, shout out to you. I'm going to probably get that on camera next Homebrew Wednesday. And the stout, that's probably going to get drank for St. Patty's Day. That's why I'm wearing the green. And I think, for St. Patty's Day, we're actually doing a bicycle beer run from the breweries. We have 6 breweries now in Norfolk. We're probably only going to hit 4 of them. 4. Because that's a lot of driving. And St. Patty's Day is on a Friday. Taking off early on Friday on the 17th. And breweries don't open till 3. So if we hit hour and a half at each one, be home by 9-ish, somewhere in there. Have 4 or 5 beers in my belly. So, anyways, let me get going. It's been nice talking with you. I didn't get any footage the last 2 brew days. It's kind of hard to get footage when I've got people coming over and I'm brewing with them. So I'll get footage on my next one. My next 2 brews, I want to do. I gotta do an Imperial Stout. That's one of them, and I need to do my red again. I need to do my red. So I really like my red. I don't have it here. So those are probably going to be my next 2 brews. So I'm out of here, and I'll see you guys next week. Peace.